Hey folks, this is Fishing Bass NC. I'm coming at you now with the September's Elite Mystery Tackle Box. We're going to open it up and see what's inside of this month. So I've already cut it on the tape part here, and I'm going to open up the box. And of course, just like every box, you get the ruler that you can measure your fish that you catch. And when you do the measurement, you're going to catch the fish, measure them, and then you want to take a picture of this fish on the ruler. And you're going to send it into Instagram with a chance to possibly win some great prizes from Karl's Baits and Tackle. So, for the month of September, this is the Elite Box. We'll see what's in here. First thing we see is the What's Inside card. It tells you the baits, and it tells you the price, the suggested retail price of the baits. On the back of the card, it also tells you a little bit more about shopkarls.com and how you can also buy some extra lures or baits and have them put into your tackle box for next month, and your shipping will be free on that item because it'll come along with your mystery tackle box, of course, your subscription. So, after that, we have The Dibble, Tips and Tricks. This is a pretty good read. It usually tells you a little bit about what's in the box, and it gives you some tips for that. So this month, it looks like they have how to select the right jerk bait color, and also 3 jig heads that will land you more bass. So there's some good information there, good reading about the colors and how to rig things up. On the back here, there's a little bit of a maze, a little quiz. And so they always put something usually funny on the back or fun, some kind of a game to play. But again, that's The Dibbles, Tips and Tricks. Comes with every single box every month. Great read. So in the last couple of months, they've been throwing in some other types of literature in the form of cards or some paper inserts. This month in my box, I have one that talks about one of the baits that's in the box, which I'll show you in a little bit, called the Westin Hypo twist. So it talks about that particular bait, and on the back of that card, it gives you a diagram of where to actually fish the bait and how to go about fishing it. So good information to have in case you're not familiar with that bait. It gives you a little bit more information on how to throw it, how to catch the fish with it, hopefully. The next card that I see in the box is they're talking about an old-fashioned logo on one of their shirts that they're putting out for a limited time. This is one of their throwback logos that they have that's going to be on this shirt. And it says that you can go to gokarls.com/throwback. So that'll be the area you want to go to get one of these shirts. On the other side of this, it talks about throwback stickers that's in the box. And as a matter of fact, that's the next thing I'm going to pull out of the box. So this month, instead of 1 sticker that they normally give you, this month they gave us 4. And these are the throwback stickers from previous logos that they've used. And they still use some of these logos today, but these logos used to be like on their literature, on their boxes. These are more used on their website nowadays and also on some of the baits that you receive. So we got 4 stickers. These are going to go probably on my tackle box when we're done, and I'll put them alongside some of the other ones that I have on that. And someday I'll do a tackle box review to show you what's in my tackle box, show you all the different stickers I've put on there, and we'll take a look at that at some point in time in the near future. All right, so we're going to take the What's Inside card that we got, and we're going to start at the top of that, work our way down, and we're going to look at each particular lure that they put in the box for September. First thing is the Hypo twist, which that's from Westin, and that goes along with that card that I was showing you a little while ago, and it tells you how to fish this bait. This is a topwater bait. It's 4.5 inches long, 5/8 of an ounce. It's a floating bait. It has a tail on it that's a little bit like a whopper plopper. And this particular bait has an additional tail that comes along with it. And because the tail itself is actually made of rubber, so when it tends to get chewed up from the fish or maybe from some of the structure, top water structure, you might want to replace the tail at some point so they have an additional tail on there for you. This particular one is in the floating crazy bluegill color. So again, that's the Westin Hypo twist. At the end of this video, I'll have pictures of all of these baits as well, so you can see more close-up picture. The baits will be out of the box and you'll be able to see the colors a little better. That particular bait, they're saying retails for about $13.99. The next one is called the Dual Realis Spin Bait. This particular bait is a countdown type of bait. They gave us actually the Spin Bait 90 bait caster model. The color is a ghost minnow color. There's a little bit of a copper on top, and it kind of gets down to like a minnow, more of a whitish or a clearish color on the side of the body. But this one, actually they say to use this with anything from 6 to 12 pound line. This will go down as a countdown lure, like I said in the beginning. And for each foot of depth in the water, you're going to actually count 1 second would be 1 foot, 2 seconds would be 2 feet. This can go anywhere from 4 to 25 feet. It has 2 propellers on it. And what you do is once it's down to the depth that you want, you start reeling it in. So say you wanted 4 feet of depth. You count 4 seconds. It slowly goes down a foot every second. So after 4 seconds, it should be about 4 feet deep in the water. And then you start reeling it in. And the faster you reel it, of course, the faster the blade's going to go on both the front and the back, the propeller blades. But they recommend you actually do a slower retrieve at first and work your way up to a faster retrieve if the slow retrieve is not working. This is, again, the Dual Realis Spin Bait. This is the Spin Bait 90. That one, they recommend, goes for $13.99 at retail. The next bait that we have in the box is the Yo-Zuri Crystal Minnow Freshwater. All right, so this one is actually in the, looks like a golden type color. Let's see what they call it here. They don't actually have a color listed here, but it has like a gold shine on the side, a little bit of black on the top. This one's a topwater bait. It's 4 3/8 inches long, and it's a 1/2 ounce for the weight. So it's a jerk bait that you would basically just twitch it along the water, reel it in, and see if you can catch something on top water. So we'll probably want to fish this one pretty soon to see how it works, because as the months go on from here, it's going to get cooler, and topwater lures don't work as well in the cooler temperatures because the bass tend to stay down farther. They're not as active near the top, and that's just because the bass are cold-blooded, and that's the nature of what they do when the colder months come along. That particular bait they recommend is $9.99 for retail. The next bait we have is by Googan Squad, and this is the Mini Recon. This is in the Mondo Shad color. And this particular bait, they say, goes for $7.99 as well. So this bait is a 3 to 6 foot diving depth bait. It's 2 inches in length, and it's a 1/4 ounce for the weight. So again, it's the Mondo Shad. Looks like they have a little bit of greenish yellow on top. Typical shad color for the middle and the bottom. And again, 3 to 6 feet in depth, 2 inches in length, and it's a 1/4 ounce. And retail price, suggested retail price is $7.99. The next bait we have is the Savage Gear Lily Ninja Mouse. This one retails for $6.99. This particular bait is 2 1/4 inches long. It's 1/3 of an ounce, and it's a white mouse by Savage Gear. So that's pretty nifty. I've never fished a mouse before. I've fished frogs and some poppers. This will be my first time fishing with a mouse. I'm sure it'll work. I've seen other folks fish with mice as well as spiders. And, you know, I would have never thought that those two things would work, but I've seen people catch fish on them. So I'm confident that this will catch something. So we'll get out there and fish this one. Again, this is the top water, so we want to probably fish it pretty soon before it gets too cool outside. And again, that one goes for $6.99 in retail. The next bait we have is actually several plastic baits by X Zone. It's the Finesse Muscle Back Craw. It's in the watermelon red flake color. So we have a, looks like an 8-pack. So it's a full pack for this. Retails for $5.99. And we'll take one out here. Get a closer look at that. So there's your craw. That thing is it's pretty sweet. So again, that's by the X Zone Lures. It's the Finesse Muscleback Craw in the watermelon red flake color. And that retails again for $5.99 for 8 of them in the package. Again, a full pack. Always love when you get full packs instead of sample packs. That's the way it should be in these type of mystery boxes. So I appreciate that from Karl's Baits this time around in this box. The last thing in the box, it's the Eagle Claw laser sharp wide gap worm hooks, and they're $2.49. And what I like about this, not just that it's hooks, but they're actually giving me 5 of them. So you got 5 in this pack. They're 4/0 size, so a little bit larger than what I normally fish. I usually go a 3/0 or a 2/0, but 4/0 should be just fine. It's not going to be the right size for these X Zone baits, but I have several other plastic baits that work just fine on these hooks here. So again, this 5-pack here, this retails for $2.49. So again, appreciate that it's a full 5-pack and not just 2 or 3. You know, when you go in a retail store, usually you buy them and they're either 4, 5, or 6 or more. So anytime you get 2 or 3, it's usually a sample type pack. And you know, I appreciate the companies throwing them in, but I'd rather see something like this where they're giving you 5. So there we go. We're gonna have some pictures at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Go ahead and like this video. If you want, go ahead and leave a comment too, and I'll try to respond back to you with some kind of response based on what you put in the comment. And I sure would appreciate if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll be alerted when I put out new videos each week or month or day or whenever the next video is out. But at least you'll know because you're subscribed and you have that notification bell turned on. Also in the description down below, I'll put some of my other social media sites such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So I sure would appreciate if you could go out to those sites and follow me there as well. I plan on having, at some point, having some giveaways. As soon as we hit 100 viewers on this channel and YouTube, we're definitely going to have some kind of a giveaway just to kind of get over the hump of that milestone. So hopefully that'll be soon. So if you go ahead and subscribe, share this with your friends, tell them about this YouTube channel, and we can hopefully make it grow together. So I appreciate y'all. This is Fishing Bass NC. Have a great day.